The signs were there, and I had my suspicions. Over the last couple months, I've been questioning her late nights at the gym and when she just needs to go on a drive to unwind. She kept telling me nothing is wrong and that it was in my head. Well, Saturday night, she made the mistake of giving me her laptop to help her with a school assignment, and then I took the opportunity to open the messaging app, and then my suspicions were confirmed. One of the most recent texts were her asking the guy last weekend, "When can we make love again?" and the subsequent scheduling for Monday night. She had gone out on Monday as planned and told me she was going to Walmart. As I kept scrolling up and reading additional, I think she could see my reaction and stood up and came over suddenly to see what I was looking at. When she realized, she ripped the laptop out of my hands, and as I was asking her what the fuck is going on, she initially tried to pass it off as just sexting, but nothing physical happened. Well, this went on for hours, her crying, me being angry, her asking if I wanted her to pack her bags, but begging to stay with me, that she still loves me, and she was planning on ending it with the guy. She claimed she was going to tell me, but was worried about the anxiety and panic attacks I've been having for the past 4 months. I was having those issues because I was trying to ignore the signs and my subconscious. First, she told me it was only a few times, and before that it was just sexting. I told her she has one last chance to tell me everything if we even have a hope of being together, and she insisted that it started in August, and only in the last month and a half has it turned physical. Once things calmed down later in the evening, I asked more specifically if they were doing stuff before they technically had sex. She admitted that they had been doing stuff since August. August was the beginning of my anxiety/panic attacks. I could sense something was wrong. She had a bit of a crisis when she turned 30, worried that we weren't close enough, and since we didn't date long before we got married, if we should maybe live separately and date. I took this as a sign that I need to work on myself and be more attentive to my marriage. I'll admit, I wasn't the perfect husband when it comes to communicating. I put in a lot of effort over the last few months to strengthening our marriage. I've had a lot of resentment that has built up in my marriage due to the fact that she seems entirely uninterested in sex. I was treated like I was some sex-crazed maniac. We were lucky if it was once a month, and it would be the most passionless pity sex you could imagine. This was very demoralizing for me, who with previous partners always had a strong sexual connection. Any attempts to fix it or talk about it was met with resentment, or she would just listen to me talk, just waiting for it to end. The thing that hurts me the most was the passion she was showing to the other man. The kind of sexual interaction/dirty talk and sex acts I never got as her husband and had for 3 years begged for. She willingly and eagerly gave to another man she had known for a couple months. She says she loves me and wants to be with me. She is begging me to try and make it work. I've offered her an easy out of selling everything, splitting the money and being done. There are no kids or anything, and she has a stable enough career path now that she doesn't need me. I told her, "You're young and attractive, you'll have no problem finding another guy." But she insists I'm the one that she wants to be with and that I'm the best thing to ever happen to her. Right now I'm torn. I do love her and I had imagined spending my life with her, but the last couple years with the sexual frustrations and feeling unloved/rejected by her has caused my mind to wander to what else might be out there. I have agreed to start marriage counseling and to give us a chance. She seems very remorseful and has tried to be everything she wasn't in our marriage beforehand, trying to be close to me and ask me about what I need. It's exactly what I've been dreaming about for years in terms of what our marriage was missing, but now all I can think of was the fact that she seemed disgusted by the idea of giving oral sex with me, but seemed enthusiastic to suck this guy's dick. She promises she'll never have contact with this man again, and that is an option since she now works for a different company. But what about the next guy who gives her attention? She's getting ready to do her first bikini competition, and there will be no shortage of guys willing to give her attention. Sorry for the rambling thoughts. I'll likely update this as I go and let others know if they are interested. It is just therapeutic for me to put this out there since I haven't told any of my friends or family yet.